It's me, Duty Boy! Welcome to a tutorial covering my top starter farms in Minecraft. Whenever I start a new survival world, these are the ones I aim to build right away to solve my immediate needs. If you enjoy this tutorial and find it helpful, I'd appreciate it if you click the like button and help me show this to more viewers on YouTube. After starting a new world and punching some trees to get tools and a crafting table, your next immediate need will be food. Eating replenishes your stamina bar, which allows us to sprint and regain lost health, so it's important to carry food with us at all times. The first source of food available to us, whether we realize it or not, is wheat, which can be crafted into bread. So I will show how to plant a simple wheat farm. Here are the materials we need to build this farm. Most of the time we will spawn in a grassy biome and the entire surface should be covered with grass, which is a non-solid block that grows on top of grass blocks. Just break grass and tall grass with a hand until we collect enough wheat seeds to plant a field, for which we'll need up to 80 seeds. When starting out, it's unlikely we'll have a bucket to transport water, so we'll want to locate the farm on the grassy shore of a river or ocean, or one of these yucky looking water holes that generate virtually everywhere in your world. One of these little areas that's like almost like a 1 block deep lake off of a river or a ocean like this is definitely best. Start by using a shovel to flatten the ground next to the water for at least 6 blocks away from the shoreline. Using the hoe, till the soil 4 to 6 blocks away from the water. Gradually, the farmland will either hydrate and grow dark like this, or it will dry up and convert to dirt blocks like this, depending on its distance horizontally or diagonally from water source blocks. Once your farmland has started to settle and you know what's actually plantable and what's not, then you just want to right-click each hydrated farmland block with seeds to plant them, and they'll grow into wheat. Avoid jumping on farmland or we'll convert the spot back to regular dirt. Another way to create a wheat farm early game, further inland if you don't want to do it on the shore like that, is that you can convert one of these ugly, nasty watering holes into a farm simply by filling up all the water except for 1 block. So now that I've dug out all of the overhanging dirt, we can just go through here and fill up everything. I want to leave a water block somewhere in the middle. Alright, now as you can see, I've converted this area, this former watering hole, into the perfect area to plant a custom farm. You just want to hoe a 9x9 area around the watering block and then plant your seeds. To prevent falling into the water block while farming your field, place a slab or stairs in the same space as the water. I like to put scarecrows in the middle of my fields using armor stands and fitting them with carved pumpkin heads and discarded leather drops from zombies. With all the excess seeds this farm produces, we'll want to compost the extra seeds to create bone meal, which lets us farm the wheat that much faster. After I mine up a good supply of iron, I like to build this simple bone meal farm. Here are the materials we'll need. This is easy to build. Just place a double chest here, 2 hoppers going into the chest behind it, 2 composters on top. You'll have to shift click to place these. 2 hoppers on top of that, and 2 more chests on top of these. And you're all done. When we drop seeds or other organic materials that we don't need into the top chest, the hoppers evenly divide them and compost them, and then all of the proceeds are dropped into the bottom chest, doubling the efficiency. So I found this greener area over here, and for the rest of this video I decided to move us to greener pastures. And look at this, guys, I got our 2 farms we've built so far moved over to our valley. With plenty of wheat now available, we can build a farm for an even better food source: steak. Eating cooked steak restores 8 points, or 4 icons in the hunger bar, and 12.8 points of hunger saturation, which is a hidden measure of how well we stay full before being hungry again. This means steak is one of the best foods in the game, and it's available right away unless we spawn someplace snowy or without grass or in a meadow. Steak is acquired by cooking raw beef obtained by killing cows. We can kill them with a sword or axe, but that damages our gear and it's kinda cruel. So my next starter farm is a cow crusher. In a cow crusher, we are stuffing more than 24 cows in a single space and whenever we breed new baby cows, the old cows will die from entity cramming. The raw beef drops are collected in this barrel. Here are the materials we need to build a cow crusher. The cobblestone here can be any building block you prefer to customize the look of the farm. To start, choose where we want to build this farm, maybe even inside a barn or other building, and dig a 1 wide hole that is 2 blocks deep and 3 blocks long. Knock out an extra block at one side for easy access. Now place a barrel facing sideways on the block in the middle and place a hopper going into the back of the barrel. Place a block on top of the barrel and then 4 building blocks all around the hole. Now use the wheat or a lead to lure a cow on top of the farm and push it into the hole. Try to lure only 1 cow at a time, as it makes this a little easier. Also, press F3 plus B to show the cow's hitbox. This helps a little bit too. Once the cow is standing on top, move to the corner and jump up and toward it to try to push it into the hole. As you can see, I'm lining up the hitbox here, and that's going to help shorten my amount of time and frustration trying to get this cow into the hole. Now lure another cow over to the farm and do the same. Place a temp block on top of a side block and then a single fence over the hole to keep the cows inside. Now move the wheat to the offhand and hold a water bucket in the main hand. Move around the hole until both cows face you, and you can see the side of the hole a little bit. Dump the water bucket into the bottom of the hole and the cows will float up to the top. Feed the cows with wheat until they breed more than 24 cows in the hole, and the game will start automatically killing the oldest cow entities cramming the space. Then we'll start getting all the free beef and leather we want. Leather is very useful in the early game because we can use it to make books, which make bookshelves, which raise the levels of an enchanting table. The other ingredient in books is paper, which is made from sugarcane. Sugarcane grows on blocks next to water blocks and randomly generates next to lakes, rivers, oceans, and even little ponds. We can harvest it by punching it, and then we can plant it beside the same water body in order to multiply the amount of cane grown here per hour. This should suffice until we can build an automatic sugarcane farm. This farm automatically detects sugarcane growth and cuts the stalks just above the base block. To build this, we'll need at least 8 iron ingots to make the pistons and at least 8 quartz from the nether to make the observers. Here are the blocks and crafted items needed to build the sugarcane farm. Down here, we'll need either 16 glass or 16 building blocks. It could be either of these, but not both. The cobblestone can be any type of building block you prefer. Start off by digging a 2-block hole that will be at the end of the farm, and then dig another hole off to the side. In this hole, place a double chest and a hopper going into it. Place a glass block on top of the chest here, and then 8 building blocks across, 2 blocks at the end, and then 8 sand blocks on the other side. Dump a water bucket at the far end so that it flows into the hopper. Now place 8 sugar cane on the sand blocks. Place a row of building blocks behind all of the sugar canes. Place a piston on top of each of these blocks facing over the sand. Then move behind and place a block on the back of each piston. Pillar up on top and place a row of observers all facing into the farm by crouching and moving as far back on the block as possible, then aim at the very front pixels of the piston and place each observer. Now place 8 redstone dust on top of all these blocks and our farm is pretty much done. However, the pistons will launch the sugarcane over the water, so we'll probably want to place more blocks here to contain the sugarcane. Use glass if you prefer to see inside, or just use more building blocks. Also raise up the sides of the farm to prevent items from shooting off that way. Some sugar canes will fall on the sand rather than into the flowing water, but this can't be avoided. With enough resources, we can tile these even on top of one another and quadruple our sugarcane output. The last farm I recommend building as soon as possible in your world is a simple zombie piglin grinder. In the nether, search for a nether waste biome and then look for a long, flat area in this region. This area must be more than 24 blocks in diameter to allow zombie piglins to spawn outside the character's range. I found such a place in my survival world here. Grab any 2 blocks, pillar on top of them, and shoot one of the zombie piglins. All of the zombie piglins in the area will attack and gather around your pillar. Kill them all easily with a sword to get gold and gold items, and more importantly, XP. This is a great way to get XP early in the game, but doing it this way exposes us to quite a bit of danger from any gas that spawn in the area. Collecting your drops is also a little dangerous. How on earth? We can improve this by building a little bunker in the ground here. I've determined that this is basically the best place in this area to build the bunker, and also if we get rid of this giant outcropping of block, we'll have better sight lines with which to see all of the piglins and to attract them from further distances. Here are the materials needed to build this farm. Dig out a 3x3 area, 5 deep. At this second block in, on the second row down, place a row of your building blocks, and then another row on top of it. Now place 3 trapdoors over this front hole, all going different directions. So place the side trapdoors against the side blocks and the middle trapdoor against the back block. Build 3 more blocks on top of these, then 3 more blocks, then move behind the hole, and place 2 blocks to each side, and 2 more blocks behind those, and then fill in the middle. Place 1 ladder on the back of the bunker here, and remember we have to jump to climb up this. Place a trapdoor over the hole, open it, drop down, and place ladders going down. Leave this bottom space blank. Now place a double chest in the corner below our drop chute and place 2 hoppers going down into the chest and another going into this hopper. Cover the hoppers with slabs and then cover the floor with slabs too. We don't want any zombie piglins spawning down here while we're out angering other zombie piglins. So now we just move around this large area until plenty of zombie piglins spawn, attack the zombie piglins, and then lead the horde back to your bunker. Climb on top and stand at the front of the bunker to lead them to fall into the pit. When all the zombie piglins are in, open the trapdoor, climb down, and kill them all. So my sword is kind of bad, so it took a couple of chops, but I did manage to get up several levels pretty quickly. We'll probably want a crafting table down here to combine gold nuggets, and a blast furnace to smelt gold equipment. I'd recommend building several of these bunkers around this area so that you can run from bunker to bunker and also duck out of sight of ghasts. So although these are not all fully automatic or even the best XP farms, and even though these aren't the newest 1.17 related farms, these are all farms I highly recommend keeping in mind as you start playing your Minecraft survival world and continue playing. If you watched and liked this video, then perhaps I will do more early game tutorials like this. I can cover more XP grinders, more automatic farms, villager-based farms, and even those fancy new 1.17 and 1.18 farms. Let me know down in the comments. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in my next Minecraft video.